If you could tell educators one thing, what would it be?
If I could tell the education professional one thing, it would really be the same as what I would tell the parents. Let the kid be who they want to be. If you have that understanding, if they don't understand, please take the time to explain. They may start falling behind. They may not be at the same communication level as the hearing kids. You know, the hearing children can talk and discuss, and a deaf child may not have that same access. So they may misbehave, for example, if they don't know what's going on or they don't know what to do. So my advice is to be aware before you have a deaf child in your class or in your school that you may need to explain and clarify. Make sure they understand. Make sure they're on the same level as the hearing kids. They may be mislabeled, and it's just because they don't know what to do. It's not because they're intentionally acting up. Maybe they just don't know what good is. They're not trying to be bad. In my experience growing up, I felt very lost. Sometimes in my classes, I just didn't really understand what was going on. In an all-hearing class, maybe, for example, we were having lab, and I was lost. I didn't understand what was going on. I didn't know, maybe the day before, while the teacher was announcing lab for the next day, I was packing up my books, and I didn't know. I lost out on that information. So I wish that the teachers would be motivated to give me that additional information or make sure that I know what is going on, not to give me an extra advantage or to show me preferential treatment, but to just give me that support, that extra information, additional something that I may have missed with just by blinking or looking away or looking down writing notes, and you miss information. That's one frustration I always had, was note taking. So please give your deaf students notes or additional materials or supplies that they can feel confident that they know they will have a good chance of making a good grade. Maybe they're a very high achiever, but if they feel that they're just barely getting by and don't have enough support, they may continue to get behind and be mislabeled as having bad behavior. They may begin to fail or just want to give up or drop out or rebel. Sometimes rebellion isn't a sign of their personal character and they want to be rebellious. Sometimes they're just lost. They don't know what to do, and what is left but just to rebel or complain or be bad. So if they're acting bad, maybe the educator would pay more attention to them at that time. What would be good is to pay attention before the bad behavior begins. And they can be good in school, and not meaning that they're a perfect student, but have a good school experience and grow in maturity and have good social skills and a good personality. Another thing is the interpreter issue. It's very important to education. You really need good interpreters. I would suggest to the educational professionals to try to really figure out who are the best qualified interpreters and try to get those. Sometimes there aren't enough interpreters available, but at the same time, you have to be sure that your interpreters are certified, that they know what they're talking about, that they're not there to control the student, but they're there to help the student. I've had interpreters try to control me before, saying I couldn't go to the bathroom without the interpreters, and I complained about that. I talked with my mother about it. My mother was like, "You're kidding. Your interpreter wants to go to the bathroom with you? Please." So I'm glad I complained to that interpreter, and it made the school look at the interpreter. They found out that that interpreter was not certified. The interpreter was very controlling, and why she wanted to work as an interpreter was more like a mother hen. She felt like the deaf students needed a mother, didn't allow the students to go and learn on their own. So she wasn't serving that student. She was really trying to protect or mother hen that student. So make sure that your interpreters are good service providers, not babysitters.